We all live in towns, some small, some large. Over the years, some towns and settlements were abandoned through travesty, or they ran out of resources for people to live. The towns I'm going to talk about today are the ones that have been forgotten and nature has taken back. Enjoy. At 1:23 am on the 26th of April 1986, the Soviet nuclear power plant at Chernobyl had a catastrophic meltdown in reactor number 4. The explosion sent flames and radioactive material into the sky over the town of Pripyat. The city was built for the scientists and workers of the plant. The town had 49,000 residents and it took 36 hours to evacuate them all. Many residents suffered severe health problems due to the exposure of radiation. The Soviet authorities sealed off an 18-mile exclusion zone surrounding Chernobyl. The buildings have since then been reclaimed by the earth while decaying. The post office still has letters from 1986 still to be sent. Over the recent years, the radiation levels have dropped to allow former residents and urban explorers to make brief visits. Scientists have established that it could be several centuries before the town is safe to live in again. Hashima Island is an island off the coast of Nagasaki. The first settlement on the island was in 1887 and was a colony for coal mining. It was then purchased by Mitsubishi. They built reinforced multi-storey concrete buildings for the growing population. During World War II, the Japanese forced Chinese prisoners of war and Korean labourers to toil in the mines. The workers found cramped conditions unlivable, and when the population soared to 5,200 in 1974, the mine was closed and the city was abandoned. It lay for 40 years neglected and buildings began to be dilapidated. The island was officially opened to tourists in 2009. Varshar was the most popular playground town for millionaires in the Mediterranean. One of their favourites was the immaculate beaches. Elizabeth Taylor and Bridget Bardot stayed at the high-class hotels and stunning beaches. In August 1974, Turkey invaded Cyprus. 40,000 residents fled the city entire, leaving everything they owned behind. Residents believed that they would return someday once the fighting had stopped. Of course, the politics gets in the way, and with the ongoing strife, the city was wasted away behind a heavily guarded barrier. Some explorers have visited the city and stated that nature is growing in the buildings. Resident belongings have been looted or destroyed. The city is said to be in a 1970s time capsule and is still under the occupation of Turkish armed forces. Bodie, California was founded by miners in 1876. They stumbled across the gold and silver deposits in the hillside. 24 prospectors arrived each day at the settlement, and the population eventually reached to around 7,000 people. The outpost gained the name Sea of Sin as the town filled with opium dens, rough men and prostitutes with its growth. By the 1880s, the town was starting to bust. The prospectors moved to more profitable locations. Eventually, in the 1940s, the population had all but gone, and Bodie became one of America's most well-preserved ghost towns. It is maintained by park rangers and is visited by tourists every year. Have you visited any of these abandoned towns? Let me know in the comment below, and thanks for watching, and I will see you all in my next video.